The night air in Paris was electric. The flash of cameras painted the streets outside the Dior Spring/Summer 2026 show with bursts of light. Fans screamed from behind barriers, their phones raised high, waiting for a glimpse of the K-pop superstar who had become a fashion icon. BTS's Park Jimin. When he finally arrived, the crowd's roar was deafening. Jimin stepped out in a sleek black Dior blazer, cut to perfection, but with no shirt underneath. His bare chest glimmered under the lights, accentuated by a silver chain that rested delicately at his collarbone. The look was bold, unapologetic, and undeniably sensual, a statement that marked a new era for him. Fashion journalists called it the moment of the night. Social media lit up with headlines like, "Jimin redefines masculine elegance at Dior." BTS's Jimin brings the heat to Paris Fashion Week, from idol to icon. Jimin's evolution in high fashion. Within an hour, his name topped trends in more than 20 countries. But not all reactions were positive. Back home in South Korea, online forums told a different story on platforms like Mate and Pan. Threads began appearing under titles like, "Did Jimin go too far?" and "What happened to his style?" Some commenters said his look was too revealing, too Western, and inappropriate for an idol of his status. Others compared it to the conservative image that K-pop idols are often expected to maintain, polished, safe, and modest. But the irony wasn't lost on many. Jimin had always been praised for his ability to blend masculinity and grace, power and gentleness. So why was this outfit suddenly too much? The debate quickly turned into a cultural conversation. Was the world ready for a male K-pop idol who could express vulnerability through fashion without being criticized for it? Fans across the world, especially ARMYs, rushed to defend him. On X, formerly Twitter, the hashtag #JiminAtDior flooded timelines with praise, fan edits, and emotional messages. One fan from France wrote, "Jimin's look is art. Its vulnerability turned into couture. Dior didn't just dress him, they celebrated him." Another fan from Korea responded, "People forget he's a global artist now. This isn't about exposure, it's about evolution." The divide between international and local perception became clear. In the global fashion world, Jimin was being hailed as the new face of fearless male beauty. But in parts of Korea, he was being misunderstood for stepping outside the lines. It was a reminder of how BTS, even as global icons, still faced a complex battle between tradition and transformation. And then, just as the conversation reached its peak, Jungkook spoke. It was nearly midnight in Seoul when Jungkook logged onto Weverse. He didn't post a photo, a clip, or even mention Jimin's name. Just a few words. Always proud. Always inspired. Within minutes, ARMYs flooded the comment section. They knew exactly who those words were for. He's talking about Jimin. Protective brother Jungkook strikes again. This is their unspoken love language. Screenshots of the post began circulating everywhere. The hashtag Jungkook supports Jimin reached over 1 million posts within 24 hours. Even major news outlets like Koreaboo, All K-pop, and Dispatch picked up the story, calling it a silent gesture of loyalty. For longtime fans, the gesture carried deep meaning. Jungkook and Jimin have always shared a bond built on quiet understanding, one that doesn't need grand gestures to be seen. To anyone who has followed BTS for years, the connection between Jimin and Jungkook, often lovingly called Jikook by fans, is legendary. From the early trainee days at Big Hit, where they practiced until dawn, to the emotional performances that left both in tears, their friendship has always been one of trust and mutual growth. Jimin was once Jungkook's senior in the trainee line, the older one, the caretaker. He helped Jungkook adjust to the tough world of idol training, often staying late to practice choreography with him, and as time passed, Jungkook became Jimin's pillar, the strong, steady presence who always seemed to know when Jimin needed reassurance. During concerts, they often exchanged glances before emotional moments. During award shows, they would subtly reach out to each other. And during hardships, especially public criticism, Jungkook often spoke words of support that fans never forgot. So, when Jungkook wrote those 5 words on Weverse, it wasn't just a social media post. It was a reminder of loyalty in a world of noise. As the online drama unfolded, the fashion world came to Jimin's defense. Vogue Paris called his appearance a masterclass in gender-fluid sophistication. Al Korea wrote that Jimin represents a new form of male beauty, one that embraces both strength and softness. And WWD even crowned him as the breakout star of Paris Fashion Week. Renowned French designer Etienne Roux commented in an interview, "What Jimin did was revolutionary for an Asian male star. He brought emotion into couture. His look wasn't about showing skin, it was about showing soul." Meanwhile, Dior's creative director Kim Jones reportedly praised Jimin's ability to turn a runway outfit into a cultural statement. Inside sources revealed that Dior saw Jimin's appearance as one of the most successful publicity moments of the entire event, with social media impressions tripling within 24 hours of his attendance. Though Jimin didn't directly address the controversy, fans who know him well could sense his awareness. He posted a quiet photo on Instagram a few days later, a black and white mirror selfie, his caption simply, "Thank you for watching over me." It wasn't an apology. It wasn't a defense. It was gratitude, and perhaps a silent acknowledgement of the storm around him. Fans flooded the comments with love and strength. "You're perfect just the way you are." Never dim your light for anyone. Jungkook was right. We're proud. We're inspired. That simple exchange, Jungkook's words and Jimin's quiet post, became one of the most emotional fandom moments of the year. Beyond fandoms and headlines, this incident started a bigger conversation across Korea and the world. What does masculinity mean in 2025? For years, BTS, and especially members like Jimin, have challenged traditional gender norms through their music, fashion, and artistry. When Jimin performs, his movements blend precision and fluidity. His voice can shift from delicate to powerful in a single breath. His style often merges masculine tailoring with feminine grace. And this time, his fashion choice wasn't just a look, it was a statement. BY stepping out shirtless in a luxury brand show. He symbolized confidence without aggression, freedom without arrogance. It wasn't rebellion. It was evolution, and Jungkook's support reinforced that message, that being a man in 2025 means lifting others, not competing with them. The story of Jimin and Jungkook resonates deeply because it reflects what BTS has always represented: unity, love, and respect among differences. Even while serving in the military earlier this year, they often found subtle ways to show support for one another. Their post-military reunion, fan interactions, and shared appearances showed that their bond remained unshaken despite time apart. When the Paris Fashion Week controversy hit, fans saw once again why BTS's bond feels so sacred. They don't need public displays to prove their brotherhood. It's in the silence, in the timing, in the words left unsaid. One ARMY wrote in a viral thread, "When the world judges Jimin, Jungkook doesn't argue. He stands beside him." That's love in its purest form. As the dust settled, the narrative began to shift. A week later, major outlets released best looks of Paris Fashion Week, and Jimin's Dior ensemble topped multiple lists. Editorials praised him for pushing the boundaries of male fashion and bringing emotion to haute couture. Even netizens who initially criticized him began to soften their tone, many admitting they had misunderstood the artistic intent behind the outfit. By the end of October, the moment that once divided fans had become a symbol of courage and authenticity, and at the heart of it all was a small act of brotherly love, a 5-word post that turned controversy into connection.